Hello everybody, also warm welcome from my side. Right now we see the world in a crisis. Many small and local businesses are struggling. That is why we wanted them to be an integral part of this year's SPIME event and have in advance collected questions and concerns from them that we want you, Pasi, to address in this segment of today's event. Here is the first one. What about a small bakery whose main customers are domestic restaurants? Right now, there's not enough demand to maintain a profitable business. Would digitalization be of any help here?
I would say that it might be their only chance to actually survive at this point, because in many of the stores we are seeing like 90% customer loss because people are afraid walking around the city and visiting small confined spaces. So I would say that now it would be the final time to actually start addressing all the customers and somehow maintain continuous relationships and also find other partners like delivery companies, so that the customer relationship as such would become a digital object for this kind of a smaller entrepreneur. Because now if you are able to create kind of a bread as a service, BaaS service or something like that, now you can generate a continuous revenue instead of just waiting for the customer to stop by next time. Unfortunately, most of the businesses are not this advanced, but we have seen a few that have taken new opportunities. And it doesn't mean just creating a web shop or a kind of a loyalty program. It means that you design and start following the lifestyle of the customer in a way that doesn't seem to be just additional marketing, but it's actually kind of increasing the happiness of the customer. So then this is very new kind of thinking, and our platform is relatively simple in the base for these kinds of applications, but we really need the entrepreneurs actually come up with the ideas. So what are they ready to do more, and how their business is ready to transform.
All right, thank you a lot, Pasi. And the next one, a small local event agency that is specialized on providing marketing support for physical events. Physical events are on hold at the moment. So what could be done instead of focusing on this current not working core business?
Well, I know several of these entrepreneurs, and that's a tough spot because many times these companies are not that used to introduce digital services like meeting room services and podcasting services, because typically these have been different companies. So I think one of the only ways is to try to combine the offering with some digital agencies, or then to offer some kind of almost role-playing services for people, so that they could kind of forget that they are just looking at their laptop like they are doing now, but they would kind of create storyboards in order to interact with the customers and or make the customers interact with each other in these virtual events. I think Zoom has done quite a lot to create these, just like you are now using the backdrop, and so you can be virtually elsewhere than you normally are. But this is not enough. It has to be kind of a continuously evolving service, and that's a really it's not so easily done. But I think that here also the cooperation between SMEs is very important, so that there is so that the knowledge from the customers and about the customers doesn't go wasted.
Next, an entrepreneur with a pet hotel asked what to do now that 90% of business is disappearing due to COVID-19. People do not travel and hence don't need to find vacation accommodations for their pets. What can I do that will not cost me a lot but keep me going with my business?
I would think that one of the most important things here is to try to combine other types of services into this the pet care solution, so that, for instance, for dog behaviors or pet behaviors, there is a lot of accumulated knowledge about the pets. So this could be utilized to offer pet training. And also many times these facilities for pet hotels, they're very similar to animal doctors, veterinarians. So it would be fairly simple to actually hire even one vet to provide kind of medical checkups to the pets at the same time. And but it has to be done cautiously in teamwork, because during this time it's not just, might not be good just to introduce competition immediately, but make some kind of cooperation with the animal doctors, and also even with the shelter houses for animals, because usually in a non-crisis times these are considered very different businesses, but now during crisis and transformation you might find quite interesting combinations, and again here it all starts from understanding the customers and your capabilities, and what can you do with your existing workforce. So how much you can train them for new tasks on training dogs or kind of providing medical care for them. Can you educate your people more? So it's all about kind of maintaining all the data from your customers, and then fostering those customer relationships, and not just wait that people first book the vacation and then only call you about a pet hotel.
Thank you. And now we have the last question. A local flower shop who sees a tremendous decrease in weekly customers now with COVID-19. Any help that could come from the Internet of Things?
Well, I would say that because flower shops usually have regular customers and a very long-term customers, so offering advice and even gadgets to the flower pots, which would be measuring the humidity and temperature, and also suggest watering times, and even providing automatic watering systems. This could easily increase the customer retention, so that they would be able to get even monthly subscriptions from customers, and also help customers to have much more difficult flowers at home. And also, like I am myself, I'm growing chili with some probes connected to our platform, so they are quite picky on how they are watered. So if you water them a little bit too much, you actually get foul tasting chilies. So it has to be almost exactly correct. So these measurements and kind of automation, which our SPIMEs enable, this has enabled me to have like more than 120 perfect chilies this year. And I will say that if you have a customer base which is used to buy flower pots, or even just ordinary flowers, it's a very easy sale to say that, how to try this kind of new service for a couple of months, and here is the thing you put on a flower pot. So without any configuration, it just works there.
Thank you a lot, Pasi. This concludes our Q&A from small businesses. Just as a note to everybody, please also join the Slack channels for active discussions.